Hello everybody, welcome to the second attempt at making a video regarding the Decisive Strike and Object of Obsession changes. We tried to make this stream last time, and there was some information that caught me off guard that irked my soul so much I just kind of botched the whole thing. But we had some fun, and for members only, the bloopers version is uploaded for members to see, so if you want to check that kind of stuff out. The new membership thing's new to me. Trying to now balance a YouTube Twitch stream thing, so anyways, how this stream will work is we're going to discuss the changes to Decisive Strike and Object of Obsession. Of course, these things not being solid, but at least we'll talk about the changes they made for them, as well as what they do now and how that might affect the future meta and all this stuff. So the video is expected to be about 20 minutes. So if you're watching this from the first 20 minutes, that'll be the discussion. Then we'll open up for some discussion with chat as long as it remains on topic. And then I will actually be adding about an hour of Dead by Daylight gameplay at the end. So this video should be about 2 hours-ish long, maybe longer, but the first 20 minutes should be the discussion to the changes and my views and how they all impact the game. The footage you're seeing here, I ran Object of Obsession for the games that you'll see. I was playing with iPet Doge, who was running Decisive Strike. I just personally never run Decisive Strike because I don't practice skill checks enough to show that it makes an impact. But had I just, practice, I probably can hit it. As with any skill check in this game, with practice, you get better at it. So we'll go ahead, pause this, because we actually have to go look at the Decisive Strike, and there's going to be a whole lot of information as to. I was looking for some additional info before we had jumped across. So Decisive Strike, the stream from the devs showed this off, which is the change of Decisive Strike, and for the first part of the paragraph, it looks practically the same. It is the same. So after you're unhooked for 60 seconds, you can stun the killer for 5 seconds. Succeeding or failing the skill check disables the perk, and then you become the obsession. The added bit here is when active, the following interactions deactivate the perk, which just means it turns it off instead of disabling. But if you repair a generator, do any healing, cleansing a totem, sabotaging a hook, or unhooking others. Essentially, the changes here are designed to prevent those who would hook dive bomb after just being saved to get the Decisive Strike and make guaranteed safe plays. It removes that or prevents the survivor from being productive within the team while they have Decisive Strike. Because if you're going off to repair a generator, if you've got enough time to self-care yourself, cleanse that hex totem right next to you, or even re-sabotage the hook, you likely are not being tunneled. One of the things that Decisive Strike is known for is the anti-tunnel perk. I was looking for where the devs had said it was for anti-tunnel, but that's really hard to find. I know it's out there, probably in one of their Q&As. I did find one of the Q&As that talked about the point of Decisive Strike being to help prevent tunnel and or farming, but they didn't say anti-tunnel, but essentially they said that it was meant to prevent tunneling or farming. So the idea there is Decisive Strike was originally our first second chance perk we ever had when it released, and it was the most powerful perk ever. It destroyed the meta and killed the game for a little bit until they nerfed it pretty hard. And when they nerfed it, it was still really strong, but it just wasn't as powerful. I made 2 Tyde Talk videos almost a year ago that discussed what Decisive Strike's history was and why it's actually never really been nerfed. Because over time, what had happened to Decisive Strikes, it got nerfed, and then they nerfed it again, But after they nerfed it the second time, essentially, they made so many changes to the game, the changes started to affect Decisive Strike and made it better because there was no longer certain counters for Decisive Strike. And those certain counters were what made that more powerful older version technically weaker. But now they're gone, and now this current version had no contest. And Decisive Strike is probably one of the most used. I'd have to check one of their more recent statistics, but I'm pretty sure Decisive Strike, Self-Care, and Sprint Burst have usually been really high on the list of perks that have been used. And of course, with the newer second chance perks they have, such as Soul Guard, other perks have kind of spiked in popularity. But I do apologize for any outside noises. Children are playing. We'll have to get the shape out later. Anyways, the whole thing with Decisive Strike is they had reworked it to be the anti-tunnel perk. It was supposed to be a second chance if you were being farmed or tunneled. And it was being used a bit more aggressively in today's meta, where after being unhooked, you would then bother the killer. And the killer would have to waste their time downing you and either risk picking you up and getting the Decisive Strike, which wastes his time even further, or leave you there and hope you didn't have Unbreakable or allies weren't just going to do a run-by pickup and, you know, essentially get a free save. People would argue that the Decisive Strike survivor, or not, he wouldn't be Decisive Strike user on the ground wouldn't be progressing in the game because they wouldn't be working on generators. But I would say that though that is true, they aren't doing anything. The killer is equally not gaining benefit that they would get rehooking the survivor and getting their points towards their victory. So when it comes to this Decisive Strike, it's too powerful for what it is. These changes are nice. So this is more of a quality of life update. Just the fact that a survivor cannot be progressive, but the fact that they're kind of almost immortal for those 60 seconds sucks. One thing I wanted to consider, maybe I should figure out how fast it takes you to recover on the ground with Unbreakable. But if they had Unbreakable and Decisive Strike, effectively, hitting them's a waste of your time, but they're going to try to body block you or try to get you to hit them and get in your way. So as a killer, Decisive Strike is incredibly strong, and all 4 survivors can run it. But this comes into talk about the other perk. Now, this one's huge. This one is a big change, so I'll hide myself briefly, and we'll talk about it for a second. Object of Obsession will grant anybody the effect of whenever your aura is revealed to the killer's aura is revealed to you. That's huge, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, if you are the Obsession, your aura is revealed to the killer for 3 seconds every 40, 35, and 30 seconds, depending on tier. So the big thing here is, as the Obsession, you get to see the killer every 30 seconds. They obviously get to see you. But also, if you're not the Obsession, you don't have that side. And of course, in this big red tape, it says this is a proposed change. What you're seeing is not final and may not make it into the game. And I fully agree. I don't think it will. And I'll tell you why. Because, to be honest, they always make crazy changes. But Object of Obsession is one of those perks that has never been good for the solo player. If you're playing by yourself, this is not the most fantastic perk. It risks you getting hit. And when you're not playing with people that you can trust, going down typically gets you killed. You can have some seriously potato players, and the problem with that is just, it's not your fault they're potato, but, you know, it's not beneficial to you as a solo player. However, on the flip side, for Survive with Friends, Object of Obsession is an extremely powerful tool to let everybody know what the killer is right at the start, where they're going, who they're on, making ridiculously safe plays. There's way too much that could happen in terms of their communication. And that's just kind of how this perk works. But it does come with the risk that when you're looking at the killer knows where you're at. And there's a couple of counters to that for the killer, and the killer gains the benefit. But that's the interesting thing. The killer gets the same information. He gets to know where one of the survivors is while they are looking at the killer. And this creates the counterplay that the survivor has to always be looking away from the killer. So the survivor has to limit their knowledge of the space around them, else risk giving more information to the killer. And that information could be beneficial, and sometimes the killer will go for the obsession. Other times the killer will be using save the best for last and unfortunately can't target this person. So that kind of sucks. This change here is not necessarily a nerf. That's the worst part. This is actually almost a buff. Because the value of whenever you're not the obsession is that you can actually decipher the killer's build if you know what perks do. So if you're self-caring, and then you suddenly see the killer's aura near you, you know he's got Nurse's Calling and that they sees you, and then you've broken that down. As both a solo player and a Survive with Friends player, that's valuable. Survive with Friends, you tell all your friends they got Nurse's Calling. Solo player, at least that's valuable to you, you know not to heal in the range. And then, if again, that plays against itself as well, in terms of, you know, if you don't see their aura and you're healing within their terror radius, now you know they don't have Nurse's Calling. And that's huge, because then you can be bold, heal right around the corner from them. That changes a lot of things. Of course, it's going to take a knowledgeable player to even be able to pull that off, but when the knowledgeable player does, that's terrifying. To be able to, like, decipher the killer's build. Now, the reason I bring this up is because if you take in the changes from Decisive Strike and the changes to Object of Obsession together, they complement each other to an insane amount. Like, it's almost ridiculous. So you have this power that actually gets stronger when you don't have the obsession. Technically, the 30-second reveal for 30 seconds actually could be very beneficial to you as a survivor, depending. It could be a double-edged sword. I don't know how that'll play off in the reality of things, because that could be hit or miss, but not having it, just having this guaranteed whenever your aura is revealed, you can see the killer, is just really valuable. And then on top of that, if you want the old power of revealing the killer's aura, you can always run a key with the add-on that reveals it. So there's that. And of course that's not unlimited, but I mean, that's still a valuable tool you could bring into the game if that's what you're really going for. So overall, the changes to Decisive Strike aren't really going to nerf Decisive Strike. It's just going to change the availability and strategies with Decisive Strike, but I guarantee you it'll still be used all the same. Survivors will still have to deal with so much of the, what did I say? Okay, let me rephrase. Sorry, I got all this. Killers will have to deal with so much of the hook diving still. It'll still be a play to be very aggressive with Decisive Strike. Body block for your ally. Go down intentionally using Unbreakable Soul Guard if you want. I mean, I've seen the rise of Soul Guard more than I have Decisive Strike now these days, just because there's now so many powerful second chance perks. It's really ridiculous in terms of how everything plays out. Another thing I did notice for the Q&A later today, we're about 10 seconds behind on stream, so do forgive me on the late replies as well. So, the thing about Object of Obsession as well is, like, I guess in the tournament community, for whatever small community that is within Dead by Daylight, I hear just rumors. I don't actively participate, so I don't 100% know, but I hear that Object of Obsession is a commonly just banned perk from the set because it's too strong. And then that also brings to question, is Object of Obsession going to be just as strong with this change? I actually don't even understand the purpose of the change. Like, the way that the developer said, like, they would like feedback, I guess my feedback would be is that they're repurposing the entire perk, and I don't understand what they're repurposing it to. You know, it's like a perk that lets me figure out what aura rating abilities the killer has is not bad. It's a little different than what Object of Obsession would normally be used for, but I also remember that Object of Obsession and Soul Survivor were like the two perks that would go together to make you invisible at the cost of being the final survivor and all that kind of stuff. So, overall, the changes are nice, they're quality of life, but I wouldn't say that Object of Obsession's getting nerfed. I think it's just changing. It's just going to be a different perk by the end of the day, and we'll just lose out the effect of always seeing the killer, which I think is a really strong power, especially with Survive with Friends. So, I guess instead of seeing where the killer is at all times, now you'll just have the ability to figure out what he's got, such as barbecue and chili, any aura reading add-ons. I can tell you, I played a couple of games where I was running aura reading abilities, and I was able to, find survivors that were completely oblivious that I could see them. So, I mean, Object of Obsession could really come into play for solo players, and that might be exactly what they're trying to get here, but is what it is on that. That's really all there is to say about those perks themselves. There's not much. When it comes to the change, Decisive Strike is still going to be meta. What else? The Object of Obsession, I think, though it'll see more use maybe in the solo play, I probably won't pick it up because I can use my own knowledge to decipher if a killer can see me with Nurse's Calling. I can usually make the gamble on it. It's really weird. It's a very odd and strange situation because there are a couple other perks that got some massive changes, not necessarily nerfs, but definitely just getting some new perk for the Object of Obsession. The Decisive Strike is just going to be strong. The meta is not going to change on that. The heartache's still going to be there. And I think one of the things that makes Decisive Strike so weird is that it's probably one of the strongest second chance perks in the game. And the only way to make it not frustrating to the killer is probably to nerf it like they did. Originally, they had it where it was only a 3-second stun, but that wasn't good enough for survivors because when they got Decisive Strike off, they wanted to get away. They wanted to have a full-on chase. They wanted to go. And so they reverted it back to 5 seconds, and of course that stuns really, really harsh. So I just really hope that we see maybe an actual change to Decisive Strike that you don't see 4 of them in one game, and you don't see people running it all the time. Because it's in anyone who plays Survive with Friends to be toxic. It's in everything. Everyone runs everything and everywhere. And that's really all I have to say on those two topics. I thank you guys for listening to that. There's not much to discuss, but I just really do hope that we see better changes in the future. For now, like I said, we're on about a 15-second delay because I was foolish enough not to swap this to low latency. So if you want to ask some questions, feel free, go ahead now and we can discuss the topic at hand. If you have points that need to be made or want to be made, let me know now and we will go ahead and begin our discussion. If I can grab my damn thingamajiggy. We'll go ahead and pop out the chat so I can see it a little better than this. There we go, fam. With the change to Object of Obsession, I'd rather use Kindred and get the benefit of seeing the killer after hook action, with the bonus of seeing teammates. Though that's good, like Kindred's really good. Kindred is like the solo player's savior, really, isn't it? Like when you go play solo, Kindred gives your allies the information they need to know when to save you. But Object of Obsession's gonna do something different. It's going to let you decipher the killer's build, and that is important and pretty vital. So keep that in mind. Will you be able to watch the VOD later? Yes, this VOD will be available for everyone to watch after stream concludes. We'll be editing it for any little muck-ups, and we'll also have an hour of gameplay afterwards, so if you miss any of this, we will take it as is, so don't you worry there. You need to gain FE repairing gens and FOF each time. Okay. Yeah, we definitely did a better job on this one, for sure. This is reminding me of the exhaustion mechanic. Survivors complained, but it was good for the time. But it was for the good of the game? Oh, man. Oh, man. I can't tell you the amount of content creators I got into a fight with just because they were like, oh, we don't need this. If you can't get me before... I remember one of the arguments made to me, and I won't say the name of the person, but dear God, I was told that if I was a good enough killer, I can hit you before sprint burst, the exhaustion came back. And you have to remember, back in the day, at that time, you had infinite loops, so how the hell was I supposed to do that? Like, oh man, there was just so much about the arguments then that really damper changes today. A lot of people complain about stuff, but they don't... I don't think people honestly grasp balance. I would say the common person is not really... I wouldn't say qualified, but definitely if you haven't made... If you're not there to look at the greater good of things and see how things are balanced, and if you don't do it often, and you don't like live in the game and understand every mechanic aspect and both sides, it becomes really difficult to really take that feedback as with value, if that makes sense. If I said that right, I don't know if I did. I thought you had given up on Dead by Daylight a while back. You're happier with the game? No, I still hate this game. Straight up. I came back because people asked me to, and this was my Christmas gift for those people who had asked, so Merry Christmas. The game is worse than it was when I left, which is terrible. I had hoped it would have improved, but it did not. So, are there any more... I hate that Nerf Decisive Strike still let people take a gen hostage by going into a locker next to a 99% gen. Yeah, well, at that point, if that happens, you just have to take the Decisive Strike. If you're trying to prevent that generator from being done, you might have to just take the Decisive Strike so they go the hell away. Or chase them away, you know? You can't exactly avoid Decisive Strike completely, right? Like, there are times you will have to take the Decisive Strike to get the value you're looking for. Just curious, do you think there should be a distinction between balancing for power and balancing for game experience? Yes, actually. Balancing a gameplay mechanics is a little different than trying to make sure that the mechanics themselves are set in... If the mechanics are set in and what's the word? Like, the words I'm trying to think of are there, but I'm just having not enough coffee in my system to think about it. Essentially, if the mechanics aren't accessible to everybody, there should be balancing so that it is easier to understand, easier to see, the feedback's there, things just kind of flow naturally. But balancing for power also is vital for the top players. I highly suggest anybody who wants to know about balancing, go look up the video on YouTube called Trickle Down Balance. Probably one of the most well-made videos I've seen that greatly discuss how to balance for both the high and low end. Since Killer is overall the weaker side, especially at high ranks, what would you do if they gave you a power a day to fix and buff Killer? Ugh. You see, the worst part about that question is that I've made an entire YouTube channel of videos along the entire, 3 years I had played this game. And I had talked about all the changes that I think would have benefited the high end and not affected the low end. And literally, you could just go through all those videos. All my Tyde talks, all my discussions, they're all there. And they even still hold ground today. Especially the truth about camping. That one's a classic. So I highly suggest the following videos. My entire Tyde Talk series, I made about 22, 24 of them, I think. Those will teach you history and the occurrence of what had happened, and then watch The Truth About Camping. And that was like the suggestions that I have. Really good. Let's see. Do you think that people are the reason why this game is ruined? Because people want to balance it in their favor? Of course. Well, it's not necessarily their favor. It's more like anything that makes things fun for them. It's not about being balanced. This game definitely has not gone for the balanced route. It's weird. It kind of does things that just make people happy. And that's important because it's a business. Of course you want people to be happy and to be invested in the game, so that's what they've focused on. If the OBS is fixed and DS only works for the obsession, not the other survivors, and a perk is added to the killers, make the survivor at least I don't understand that one, sorry. Well, I see that there is some massive flaming going in on chat. Devs don't seem to understand what's fun and what's not in their own game. Look at Billy Nerf and Twins' creation, for example. Well, I wouldn't say that. Like, I think that the devs are good at understanding their community because the community is thriving, isn't it? It's got a lot of players, right? And, you know, people love this game, right? So it's awkward we have 10-minute queue times as Survivor, but I mean, technically the devs have done a successful job. So they understand their game in terms of what makes people happy and want to play. I just don't think it's a successful way of balancing it out. So that's why we don't have really good competitive side to Dead by Daylight. So, you know, I tried the whole competitive thing. I kind of liked it. I could make it work. But not having set victory conditions makes it difficult. All right, so Dr. Faust is someone having an all right. Okay, hold on, Max. Okay, hold on. I see things are getting a little heated, and I must have missed what you had said before, so you must be provoking people. Would you? I always welcome an open discussion. What is your issue with what I'm saying? Because if by what I just saw you post, he's talking smart thing, but come on, from 2018, there's a lot of change. So broken English might not be your primary language. That's fine. Yes, the game is actually pretty much the same from 2018. It has not changed. In fact, it has gotten easier. Let me be honest. When it comes to playing Dead by Daylight, you're playing it about the same as you did. There's nothing too drastically different. One of the big changes is the win condition from the pip system they had, which was the victory cube, to the emblem system. Now that changed quite a bit, but that was a long time ago. I don't know when. I had to look that up in terms of what was going on. But if you have a complaint or want to discuss anything, Max, feel free to post it in chat, and I will discuss it with you. I have no issues. That's why this is a live stream and meant to be here for us to have this communication thing. And I don't care if you're being abrasive or a bit upfront. I can take it. Trust me, I dish it out just as much. Thoughts about the Mori nerf without touching keys? So keys are an interesting issue. Keys are an very interesting issue. Keys, well, see, and like this question really has nothing to do with what's going on. But you know, touching keys and Moris and keys are not one and the same. The purpose behind keys definitely is odd, because the problem with keys is that they don't contribute to an actual win, right? Like, a key is not a win, it's an escape. And escaping is not a victory. But some people think it is. Some people consider it to be. But do you know what a victory is? Defined by the game, it's the emblem system. So you have to pip to win. And some people are like, oh, I don't think that. But unfortunately, any video game that's had a ranking system of any kind, when you go up in rank, you do that by winning. And just because you get out of the game doesn't mean you got your pip to rank up. If we were to play League of Legends and you were like, oh, I win all the time, I get more kills than I do deaths, but I'm still in bronze. Well, then I know you're lying to me because you're still in bronze. But if you're a rank 1 in Dead by Daylight and you say you get out all the time, then yeah, I could believe that. But if you're rank like 17, say I escape all the time with my key, yeah, but you're not winning. You're still losing. You have to do something to get an actual win, which they don't do a really good job of promoting, because that's actually a part of the design of this game. It's called the soft win condition. I had a discussion with the devs once, and they discussed their side, and they felt that a soft win condition, what that means is that you determine how you win, is how they want Dead by Daylight to be, which is why the emblem system is not really pushed too much, but it's there to show how good you did in the match, without saying you won or lost. But the pip system is the win or the lose. Do you think that games have gotten easier over time because more content from Survivor's mains get pumped out trying builds, like speed vault builds? There's only there's meme builds, and content creators make the meme builds. That's the memes. Like, people like Monto, Puppers, myself, we made meme builds, not meta builds. There's only a couple of actually meta builds that outshine others. Like Speed Vault, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's a Survivor Speed Vault build, and there's Speed Vaulting the windows. If you're using Fired Up and Bamboozle to get that faster vault as a killer, that's a big eye roll. It's not really meta. It's just fun. Mimi does something very specific, but is not really there for victory. And because of that, it's not viable, but it's still fun. So there's that. Thoughts about Adept being changed because Moris back in the day, but then when Moris were changed, Adept wasn't? Well, the Moris themselves being changed made sense, because original Moris were kind of bullshit, especially for people like me that are streamers. People come in with a Mori, look for you, down you, and insta-kill you. And that sucked. Like, it just wasn't very fun for the streamer. But I like that they did change the Mori, because, you know, as much as the game is in the favor of the survivors, Moris were horseshit. Like, legit, killing someone without even hooking him. Like, that had to change. But the Adept system changed to be this, get a merciless kill, but they changed what the rules of merciless kill was, and you didn't need the Adepts because of the Moris. You just needed a merciless victory, which was just kill 4 people. It didn't matter how you did it. But now they changed it to the emblems and mucked up how you even got that, so it's pretty crap. So let's see, there's a lot. I'm trying to pick questions that are relevant. Sorry, going through this. The only way a survivor doesn't safety pip is being tunneled facing camped until they are out of the game. Don't allow them to touch the gen or save people off hooks. Kinda, yeah. Or if, you know, the survivor's just joking around. But Max, Moris used to be used before a single hook. Original Moris were talking about their origin, and original Moris would you could kill the survivor as soon as you down them. It didn't require a condition. You just killed them. And what do I think of the twins chapter? Again, not really relevant to the discussion here, but I'll answer. I I think twins are probably one of the most worthless killers in the game, right after Legion. Or no, technically before. Like, if I were to make a tier list, on the bottom of that tier list is twins. And then you have Legion directly above them. And it's like, their powers work. They're just worthless. You can get so much more value using anyone else for anything else rather than what they provide. So in essence, if you're playing twins, you're just hurting yourself, man. Just hurting yourself. And to be honest, I really don't like what they do. Tyde, I have a question. Do you use any oils for your lovely goatee? Man, these are more of a Q&A. Just a general Q&A for me. Okay, yes, I do. I do have an oil. I don't know the name or brand, but yes, I do sometimes rub a nice oil in there, especially when it's you know, that special time with someone. We gotta get all close and personal and suck lips. You make your goatee smell good with it. That way they can enjoy your hair. And you make sure that you wash it, condition it, brush it. And, you know, I also pull out a lot of long, straggly ones all the time. Like I do constant. Use beard butter. Beard butter might be a thing. What do you think about the devs already planning to nerf Freddy and or the Huntress? Honestly, the Huntress, they just should revert the omnidirectional humming. That was the dumbest buff I've ever seen them do to a killer. I don't know why they gave that to Huntress, because she was always really good, and now she's she's good. She's better than ever. The plan to nerf Freddy, I don't think they're nerfing Freddy. I think they're just gonna nerf his add-ons, and his add-ons need a nerf. I agree with the Mori change, but why didn't they rework Adept, especially since Survivor Adept is super easy? Because Killer Adept was super easy. Killer Adept was just kill 4 people, but I don't think they realized that their new emblem system is crap. So that's a whole nother discussion for another time. Unfortunately, that's a rabbit hole not worth going down. Can I briefly explain what's going on with the nerf? You'll have to rewatch this VOD. I'm sorry, we already explained the whole thing. I can't go over it again. But in a couple hours, come back to this video. In the first 20 minutes, we go over the whole thing. I think Locker Decisive Strike should be removed, but the timer should pause if you're in chase. Thoughts? Oh, hell no. Hell no. That timer should not. 60 seconds is long enough, man. Do you know how much you could force a chase just to keep that timer Decisive Strike going? Oh, hell no. That's crazy. Do you feel the changes to Decisive an object are buffs or nerfs? Decisive is a technical nerf. By all means, it does outright nerf it. But the object of obsession is actually, it's not a nerf or a buff. They're just completely changing the perk. So it's a brand new perk, essentially, at the end of the day. Hey, Tyde Time, how do you feel about the crossplay? I'm on console and I feel like turning it off sometimes since I always get awful Survive with Friends PC squads. Yeah, console players are really easy to win against, typically. Of course, you've got your good console players, but they're far and few. But, you know, crossplay's fine. I think this game's okay, but definitely controller players and people playing on TVs and stuff, definitely not the best. Going for a perk-related question, can you think of any other killer perks that would be buffed with all the second chance? Oh man, that again, these are all great discussion things to like very deep topics for another time. I'll likely take those types of questions. I'll go back through this now. I'll take your questions down and probably make it up for a discussion topic, but like I can't go through like how deep of a rabbit hole that could be of information, you know? All right, so with that being said, I think I'll wrap up the Q&A unless anyone's got any last-second questions regarding the topic of Decisive Strike, Object of Obsession. If not, we're going to move on, play about an hour of Dead by Daylight, and we will take suggestions from you guys and all that stuff. Make object Make Obsession fix Decisive Strike only work for Obsession. Well, they did that. So Decisive Strike used to primarily work for the Obsession, and they changed it because people were complaining. So with Object of Freddy, so like in this match, yes, Freddy could see me and I could see him at any distance, so that was pretty big. But one of the biggest plays about that match was I went blind whenever I touched his blood pools, and I didn't notice while I was playing. But the reason and then that made it so that he could see me, but I couldn't see him. So in that game, Object of Obsession kind of screwed me pretty hard. Is Decisive Strike still going to be one-time use? Yes. In terms of like, if you try to hit the skill check, succeed or fail, that's it. You lose it. Last second question. If Decisive Strike wore pants, would it wear them like this or like this? Can you explain how you think Ghostface is not better than... Can you explain how you think Ghostface is not better than Michael Myers when Ghostface is better at everything, but not the snowball part? Because he doesn't do everything better. Ghostface has a normal terror radius. Myers has a half-size terror radius. Ghostface can only stalk one or two. Like, he can only stalk that one person at a time type deal, and he has to chase them down. But typically, a majority of the chases I had with Ghostface is I could outrun the length he had me exposed for. Just a couple of pallets nullifies his stock. What Ghostface is good for, and the difference between Ghostface and with Myers is a far more powerful stalking mechanic because he doesn't require to be hidden to stalk. He can stalk you in the open. And that means if a lot of people are there for some reason trying to like body block for the save, all of a sudden Myers with save the best for last stabs everybody. But one thing is, I've never said that Myers is better than Ghostface. They do very similar things, and Ghostface is a lot more simple, but Myers has a better trump card. His power actually works. When I play Ghostface, for example, I don't stalk. There's no point. The value of Ghostface is only in the fact he can disguise his terror radius. But when playing Myers, I stalk, because the value of downing all 4 people in front of me with save the best for last is mwah. And additionally, Myers has the longest lunge in the game in tier 3 and a faster vault than any other killer. So when it comes down to, are they, like, is Ghostface better? No, Ghostface just has a faster, earlier start. Myers has kind of a more end game finish, but Myers is technically stronger in power, but weaker at base, if that makes sense. It's kind of like Smash Brothers, where Myers and Ghostface are kind of like those, clones of each other. It's Link and Young Link. They do the same thing, but they are different, and one is not just objectively better than the other type thing. Do you think the developers should just rework all of Laurie's perks? I feel like all 3 should be changed to things completely different. I mean, that in and of itself is a full topic to converse about. I don't know, to be honest. I think originally what they were designed for fit Laurie perfectly for what she was. She was a soul survivor. She was the object of obsession, and she fought back. And she does, and it fits Laurie's personality so well. But everyone else being able to do what Laurie does is kind of sad. The only time I suck is Ghostface when I see 2 people together and I tried 99% one go after the other one so I can one-shot them later. You can do it, but that's if you don't get caught. And also, Ghostface has a weakness that Myers doesn't. If someone chases Ghostface around, they can just deny him his stealth completely, whereas Myers can't be denied in stealth. Do you think Pyramid is actually as good as people think? I don't know what people think about Pyramid Head. I don't think he's very good. He's not terrible. He's definitely a mid-tier, but Huntress kind of does better than he does, which is a good... Again, there's a lot of these amazing questions I love that you guys have, but these are all full-on discussions to have that I really should do some research into. Normally, when I do these Tyde Talks, I do dive into the topic. I seek out, other opinions, and I see, like, how the community views it, how I view it, you know, what's its practical play, how, you know, and all that stuff. And I research the history and all the patches to it. So I go through all of that. So that's something we can do. Should we change survivors to fit more with Identity 5, make survivors have different playstyles? I would have loved that, but they're not going to do that. And with that out of the way, I think it's about time we jump into the game. Also, if you want to know at the end of this game, I think majority of us get out. Oh no, we all get out. Poor Legion, the most worthless power in the game. Will I be on Twitch later? Of course. Twitch is my main home. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and swap over here. Let's close out of everything I've got up. If you guys want to check this whole, there'll be a VOD, or if you're already watching this on YouTube in terms of the VOD itself, well, now we're going to go play a couple of matches of Dead by Daylight. So we're going to go ahead and shh the Dead by Daylight delicious music and jump right into a couple of games. And what we will be doing is allowing chat to pick my killer. So we'll just have fun, pick a couple of random killers, play for an hour. Because I said I owed this to you guys, so might as well make it. Live play comparison? You want me to? Okay, I can do Ghostface. I can do Ghostface. So if we were doing the discussion on Ghostface, we can absolutely do Ghostface. Am I streaming on Twitch? No, we're going to be doing... This is part of the whole VOD thing. This is what I had promised in my last stream for YouTube, is that I would do 1 hour of this for this video. Yeah, my Twitch name is Tyde Time, and... my Twitch name is Tyde Time, my YouTube name is Tyde Time, and my OnlyFans is Tyde Time. No, I'm joking. I don't have an OnlyFans. But we'll be playing here. Oh, I was playing Myers! Hey! So the beautiful thing about Myers and Ghostface is, well... Oh no, the beautiful thing about Myers and Ghostface is you can use the same perks. Well, the problem is I don't have the same perks, so we got a problem here. Crepes, do I even have Bamboozle? Oh no. No, I don't! I don't have my build! So for anyone who's ever wondered, like, what do I run and why do I run it? This is literally a build I run for every single killer ever. Except for Nurse. Sorry, except for Nurse. But you'd be like, oh, what about Hillbilly? He doesn't need Save the Best for Last. You shut your face, because he can use Save the Best for Last. But yeah, no, I usually use Sloppy Butcher with Nurse's Calling, Bamboozle, and Save the Best for Last. But for Nurse, obviously, you have to change that up a bit because she's the only killer who kind of ignores all the stuff. So, can you use Legion ability to move around the map like Billy? You kind of can, but the problem with it is you can't see scratch marks. So if someone ran by you, you're kind of oblivious to your surroundings while doing the run. And it's better to actually hit a survivor with the frenzy so that you get the tracking and figure out where the other people are. But it's so weird. It's hard to explain. But let's start with Ghostface. I'll have a worse time with him. And you'll see that I don't play Ghostface for his stock power at all. I don't stock and waste any time. I save the best for last and we just go ham. The Demon Pit, if you want, you can easily, there's a DVR function. You can just jump back to the beginning of the stream and watch the first 20 minutes. And that would get you going. Uh-oh. I didn't get console players, team. Oh no. I'm gonna get bullied. No, I actually have been, so... I did not play this game at all during my break. And so how did I get the characters caught up? I literally just played for like a week. Really easy. I don't think leveling up takes too much work, to be honest. There's a lot of characters. If you're starting out brand new, takes a little while, but I prestige 3 all my killers. I just go through the acts. I could probably get a killer to 50... Actually, I do get a killer to 50 easily in one day. I don't run Mori's. Boring for me. I just play. What do you think about the devs using perks as band-aid fixes, for example? Yeah, I think that the band-aid fixes were a bad idea, for sure. But I think that they were also interesting. Do you think Franklin's is a viable perk for what, like competitive? Well, it depends on the competitive scene you're in. If the competitive scene allows you to bring in items, then it can be kind of. Leveling up is now easier with the tomes. Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. Do you think we should balance out survivor blood point gains since they get so much less than killer? Nope. Go play killer. Let that incentivize you to play the worst side of the game. And then would I ever play Identity 5 on stream? Maybe. I actually did sponsor. I was sponsored by Identity 5 when it first came out. So you just start. So what I do is I walk in the open and I kind of want to be seen by people. I don't want to stealth because if I'll start getting notifications if they see me. Oh, someone sees me. Where you at? Oh, they're smart. Where are you going, sweetheart? Anyways, yeah, so when it starts to reveal someone, then you know they're there. We're not gonna respect that. All right, I respected it. Oops. Hello? Okay. Megan. Megan. Alright, well. Clotty! Hi, how's it going? Get your ass down. I tunneled! I'm a tunneler! You are not bright. Okay, well, clearly OP. I ain't about to show mercy. Where are you going? Well, there you go, guys. Ghostface is too OP. Don't worry, console players do way better than this. I don't think console players, as much as I trash talk them, they actually don't ever give up, and I appreciate that about them. Now PC players, on the other hand, goddamn guys, you gotta do better. Watch my next game. I don't even get a single kill. So what was the game like DBD you played that was like neon and futuristic, and I think the killer could disguise as a survivor, and I think it was Japanese, and you didn't play it much though? Disguise as a... I don't think that was me. Yeah, definitely you were watching a stream that was not me. Because I think I know what the game you're talking about. I never played it. That was futuristic and Japanese. It was like something gold something. Gold Express. No, it was Gold Express. It was like a techno version of Dead by Daylight. I never played it though. That was easy. Yeah, no, that I think that was a Survive with Friends team that didn't like what it just had. I didn't even win. That's so horse butts. Wait. Reveals the obsession. Decrease your chance of being the obsession. Oh. Damn it, he still kept the key. What perk is that? For each injured hook, increase the healing and non-hook at Jesus. Welcome to the family, son. Oh, that's something I gotta make sure I do. No cards. Alright, well, there was the Ghostface game. Let's get the Myers game in now. Is shirtless Myers the thing? Don't we all wish? Who's your favorite killer? Additionally, what do you find the most fun to play as? This one and this one. What do I think about Spine Chill works against anything which makes people like me sad? I love jump scare and stealthy killers. I think it's okay. I don't know. I don't like using it, but yeah, I can see its value against stealth killers. Clown is second. So Myers obviously has the unfair advantage of being Myers, so it's just kind of like he's awesome. But if you wanted me to pick out of DBD original characters, the Clown would be my favorite. Oh, that's not good. That whole prank scene's been dead for a while, I thought. I remember I was watching some terrible prank videos that were super popular for some reason on YouTube. There were, I forgot what couple it was, but there were some, there was a couple that would prank each other, and it was pretty funny. I loved it. They were pretty funny. Oh. Why is it pitch black? Oh, okay. Hi, my name's Tyde. Who's making noise? Just gonna hug corners as hard as he can. I need to be slurping him. We slurp him. Slurp him! Get the straw and suck! There we go. Where are we going, sweet cheeks? Gotcha. That's okay. You're just gonna bleed wherever the hell you go. See, blood is OP. Oh no, I had to walk around that slightly. I am disappointed. Hello, you. You managed to come blind me again? No? Ooh. Not going for the blind? That's one I don't need to break. Oh, guys, we got two of those? Where you at, sweetheart? Long chase. Ooh. Alright, he's leaving, so I'll try to chase it. Alright, we're kind of closer to him. I don't know if we're gonna get him though. I got him. Yay! It only took 2 generators. Freaking ridiculous, man. Hate it. So 2 generators, 1 hook. This is great. Oh, is that someone down to the right? Was indeed. Now I just need to slurp you for the goods. Now the reason I don't want to go for her is she's obsession. Three gens for my 1 hook. Ah. It's too much. Too much. Wait. Oh! There you are. That's an interesting... Now that he thinks... Wait, who's this? Wait, what? Who the hell? What is going on? I need this pallet. Oh, God. What the fuck? I don't understand. Are there like 3 people hugging this gen? Alright, I got 1, 2, 3's over there. Just get a little more out of her every time. There's gotta be someone over here, no? Dude, this is rough life. That's a really good gen to them to have. I would like more, thank you. So they got the furthest one, which I was aware of. So I got the 3 I want to protect. Jeez, she's annoying me. They got really good pallets everywhere here too. Okay, we got a good setup. We'll hold this 1 gen. Good. That's 1 pallet out of the way. It's kind of just what I need right now. Oh, yes! Run! Run from me! Okay, so he's above me. Therefore, he won't reach this in time. Damn, no hook? Let's risk it. Okay, we need to get back upstairs. Nurse is calling, really coming in handy here. Keep hooking. Keep distracted. Keep them away from the gens. We're making progress for what we have. Are they hiding over here? No. Getting faster. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Oh, I'm gonna get Decisive Strike, aren't I? Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. De-strike me, daddy! Oh, I am slightly disappointed in this. You had a pallet, sweet pea? No, you got one more. Have to take it. Sad times. Oh, whoa, what? Okay. Works for me. Where are... They got the other side. Okay, good. I'm good with this.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, took off.
Yeah.
Can I catch you? No, but I can stalk you. So the door is right there. Jake Kun! Don't leave me! I might be able to get him. I don't remember him having... Good, we got it down. That's all that matters. And then we go back for Jake. She leaving? She... That's what I thought. You're leaving him. You know what? Let's force you out. Yep, no more. Oh, he did have it. She failed a skill check on him? Why did he make noise? Oh, she did fail a skill check on him. Alright, for as bad as a map this is, I made out. Oh, found the hatch. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I say decisive for you once again. And this is why I like Myers better than Ghostface. Because Myers just turns the tide right then and there. Ghostface confirmed. Indoor maps are terrible for Myers because stalking becomes an issue. And then also with, ooh, didn't even pip. I think it was generator issues. For how fast they got the ones, I should have a bronze. Yeah. And because of that being bronze, I missed my safety. Ooh. Not enough malicious either. That is what it is, though. People who just work on generators, it's not in your control. That door setup was really bad, though. It's too close to the hook I was at. Who we playing next? Clown. I haven't gotten my clown today. And again, run the same perks with him. Why isn't NOED used in Dead by Daylight? Well, detention is a staple for one of Well, Noed's used. It's just there's extreme counterplay to Noed. But Identity 5 is a bit of a different game. No, you really couldn't, because had I given that chase up, you gotta remember, the loots he was using are available at all time until they use the pallets. That's the big thing. When you go into chases, you need to make sure that you're getting them to drop the pallets. That's the most important tool they have. So if you can get more pallets dropped early and break them, then you're solid for the late game, because then the chases all end faster. And that's what you want. So your first chase, you want them to drop every pallet you can. It doesn't even matter if you stop them. No, I don't avoid Noed due to any kind of stigma. I just don't use it because people break the totems all the time, and it sucks. Why no gem perks? Because they're not worth anything. If you run Ruin, you're wasting entire slot. You can go watch the why Ruin and Undying are worthless. Pop Goes the Weasel is situational, and Surveillance is okay and Discordance is okay if I want that, but half the time that I use those, I'm already in a chase by the time, it tells me, oh, hey, look, Gen's almost done, or, with Tinker, Gen across the map's almost done. Well, good. I'm in a chase across the map. That's no good. What about Corrupt? That's worthless. 2 minutes of early game and then you lose a perk. So no. Definitely a no for me. I don't want 2 minutes of them not working on 3 specific gens. It'll help you find them faster for the first 2 minutes, and that's it. So, again, it's like, I would rather let my, perks be active all the time and make a bigger impact at the end of the game, because this game is not particularly about... Wrong way, sweetheart. So, like, save the best for last. Really good late game perk. Especially if you end up killing the Obsession with all 8. And no Decisive. Let's go. If Corrupt locked the gens until a gen was complete, would that be better? No, because it could be good if you like it the way it is. I mean, I just don't prefer a perk that becomes useless later. It's just not my... Holy shit. We got a problem. They already got a gen done? What is this? Casual? So this is definitely not the person I want to chase, and there's someone right there. So again, it's all about, I just want him to use the pallet, regardless if I hit him or not. I'll hit the branches. This is not a place to loot me at, dude. I have bamboozle, bro. I have bamboozle. You got bamboozled. Thank you for feeding my... Thank you for feeding my save the best for last. That's all I want. Well, that feels bad. She lost her whole speed up from the hit, too. Oh, dead hard user, huh? Oh, it's a Twitch TV team! They're my favorites! Well, it's not my playstyle, but I would say that the reason it's not my playstyle is I do think corruption is shit. As a perk, it holds gens down for 2 minutes and then you're down to 3 perks for the rest of the game. Not valuable in my eyes. Slow those buttons down, hon. I see where you're going. And you're not gonna get away with that gas. Oh, I love Clown. He's so fucking good. All these loops destroyed. How many downs? We got 3 hooks for 2 gens so far? That's gonna be good. Now I know it says only 1 gen, but they're about done with one of them, so. I don't have pot goes to weasel. Dude, Remember Me was so good. It was so good. Oh, save the best for last. Remember Me. That's my guilty pleasure right there. Ooh, they got a completely separate gen done way out there. And they're on that one way out there. See if I can make it. Oh, he was the obsession. If she hadn't selfishly self-cared, they might have been okay. But her coming back was a good idea. But he definitely wouldn't have died for that if they did that. 4 stacks, not bad. Yeah, Pop would have been clutch there. Again, it's situational. I don't want to give her information that I'm here. Well, that's fine. Go ahead and body block me, I'm coming. And down. God, save the best for last. You are the best. And these chases ASAP, son. And then there were 3. Oh, I overshot that just a little bit. Oh no, sweetheart, were you? The dead hard didn't work. Oh god, I gotta love Clown. Did I tunnel her? Hello? See, this is what I hate about Decisive. That never happened if you don't tunnel. Fuck your shit. That absolutely happens every time I tunnel. And not tunnel. Where'd he go? Other side? Oh, hi. Urgh. I used to run Pop Goes the Weasel, but then I started finding that it was... Where the frick are these scratch marks going? I used to run it all the time, but then it became too situational. Quite alright, he didn't stay near the pallet, so we'll consume it, and they're probably gonna get that last gen done before I can catch him. But he ran to a dead zone, so we're good. We're as dead of a zone as this gets. Got an ally quickly brushing and pallet stunning me. Okay, good. Nah, he gets sucked second time. What gens do I have? Those 3? I don't think I could defend. I might be in trouble. Dude, this freaking clown is so good. Slow down, 5%, bitch. Let's go, you and I. You know, when people say clown is the worst killer, I legitimately, like, mathematically, that makes absolutely no sense. If ending chases is so vital, and he slows survivors down by, I think, what is it, like 5%? Like, that's like one of the best powers in the game. Next to insta-downs or teleporting. I mean, like, sure, it's not as great as those, but still. I can't believe people consider Legion. Oh, hi, how's it going? Oh, so what do we have here? Got anything going? Ah. Oh, I missed. Whoops. You going for that save? All right, so there's 5% slow even if I hit him. So he gets a 50% speed boost. But then... Come on, Emma.TV. Let's go. I'm out of power though, so kind of screwed myself. You ran past the pallet, sweetheart, and you're dead. You know, just for the decisive strike early, I'll kill you first. Yay! Oh, the basement's here. Even better. Well, no, I wouldn't say Clown's getting a, well, it kind of is getting a buff. He's more, I don't know, it's not really a buff for me. Granted, it is a power that he just gets like an extra thing in, but honestly, I don't think Clown needs it. A second there, I thought I was in trouble. Clown is getting nerfed. They're removing his exhaustion add-ons. What? That's the best part about Clown. Damn, I thought I did pretty good. Do I still play Smite now? Oh, you know the one thing in Gatekeeper that I can't control. Exhaustion add-ons are outdated, excuse me? That's not true. Exhaustion add-ons is... Oh, wait. Exhaustion add-ons. Yeah, never mind, no. Exhaustion add-ons are outdated. Wait, well, I'm not worried, no. His exhaustion add-ons aren't the... I'm sorry, I took exhaustion as the word for frickin' speed. As long as his bleach add-on doesn't get changed, I'm happy. I don't care about the exhaustion. Yeah, no. Look. There's only oh, I don't even have one. Hang on, maybe I have one in the blood web. Yeah, here. That. I think it's that, yeah, that one. Very nice. Very lovely. The instant down add-ons, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'd rather have the flask of bleach. Clown slows people 15% without add-ons and go 20% with... How's that bad? Is it 15%? I totally forgot. I thought it was 5. Alright guys, if I were to give you one more game, one more killer, who would it be? Well, if you're good with any killer, can I try a Legion? I mean, yeah, but I don't like Legion. You think they will ever change the game in any way to make killers stronger? Anytime they do, survivors complain. and then then they'll either buff survivors or nerf killers again. What's Clown's Mori? You cut your finger off and sucks on it. Is Doc with hard skill check? Doc is stupid. Doc is bad. I don't like Doc. Doc is like a killer that's great for noob stomping. So if you play at the higher rank, sure, he does good against those players. But when you start playing against people who who can get past just the weird, shaky skill checks, like Doctor doesn't do anything. Doctor curb stomps me? Nope. I mean, doctors have tunneled me, yeah. Team usually wins, though. Oh, you're talking, oh, no. Clown kind of like, yeah, stomps your head down, but the big thing is that you cut your finger off and sucks on it. Like, yeah. It's not that, like, the curb stomp doesn't look that good. You want to talk about good Mori animations? Let's go talk about Yakuza. If you guys have ever played Yakuza, it's got some sick cinematics in that. Oh, the suplexes are so good. What's my favorite Mori? I don't know them all anymore, so... Wraith Mori. No, actually Myers. Let's just go with Myers, because, you know, I love everything about Myers. Love everything about Myers. Do you think about the Oni? He said... People say he's a snowball, better than any other killer with infectious downs everyone. Hillbilly does better. Well, Hillbilly is more consistent. But yes, Oni can do good and snowball like that. But again, there's a couple of things about it that, like, Hillbilly can do the same thing more consistently. Wait, did I see someone? I swear I saw someone crouch. It could have been my eyes. Whenever we swap, like, the tints of color on a map, my eyes just really strain. Oh, didn't even see the pallet there. So someone's over here, which means they're over there. Looking on that Jenny, look at you three. Oh, the sprint bursts. He's almost back. Coming back? Come on. Come on back. No, pallet, save your ass this time. What? Not a good time to mend. Oh, dead hard. Right. Very good time to dead hard. Alright, well, we got the good pallet out of the way. Go ahead and interrupt this again. Oh, sweetheart, you ran the wrong way. Whew, thought I missed that shit. We got one stack. Good, and then we got control of the generator that was almost rushed. Good. This is a really good control. So this is a big mistake on their part. One, being together against a Legion is a bad idea. Part of what makes Legion bad is if they're not together, then Legion profits heavily off of that. Oh, so I'm going for the save. I saw a crow fly up. This is why I hate Legion. Stun made everything terrible. Alright, I don't want to chase her because I only have one stack saved best for last and I gotta start stacking. Oh. Now they made the save. Yes, waste your time. Be a good Healy boy. Alright, use that dead hard. He's gonna use it to get through here, and he missed it, and he's dead. Should have used it way earlier, son. You had a chance, and you fucked it up. Reduced to 0. And I do not have a good 3-gen, so I'm just gonna have to make do. Not the obsession. Yay. Are you really? 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 You're making the most dangerous save you can. So there's value to leaving her behind and chasing him. And now, let's go back for her. Shit. That was worth a try. Need to get her back down. And then the other one's not nearby to pallet stun me, so take the pallet now. And then someone's on that generator over there that we gotta stop, because that's one of my 3 defended generators that I need to make sure they don't get away with. So far we're holding gens really well, just mostly because they're not getting them done, which is foolish on their part. I want the pallet. Just eat it. There we go. Sweetheart. It's okay. I just wanted the pallet so that when you come back for this, now you have no defense. See, no matter what, you just want to take the pallet. Shit! Did not mean to hit her. The reason I'm not using my power is because I want my stacks. And I might have to use it on him. I could have hit him. Shit. I don't know if I can get value out of this. I'm gonna try, but I'm probably gonna just get myself stunned without hitting her. Yep. I hate his power. Oh, she called me out on it. Alright, I feel you. Oh, now you're oh, what? Right there in my face! Alright, so the pressure game's done. We're just gonna have to kill you now. That dead hard, though. Is this a safe gen? Or a safe pallet? There we go. There we go. Oh. Basement in here, eh? Oh, that sounds fun. Base. Hi, my name's Tyde Time. I'm gonna have to swap which 3 gens I defend. Which, this is not terrible. Not great. Not terrible, though. Did she 4% that? Let's see where everyone's at, huh? Oh, I didn't pay attention to how low I was. Let's go ahead and remove that out of the middleman, huh? Damn. I didn't think that missed. Thought I was close enough. She's running away from the area, so we have it kind of under control here. Kind of. And if I see obsession... Oh, we gotta get rid of this pallet. It's a free pallet for them. How did the lunge miss? It happens. It is just kind of like... Either they weren't as close to our perspective as we thought, or it was just mistimed. Unfortunate, but it happens. Oh, they're here. And you got nowhere left to go. Oh, that pallet you threw earlier? You got dead hard, though. Go ahead, dead hard. Like, that right there should have hit. Pain in my ass. And they're going over there to fix that problem, but... I'm gonna have to play a lot more defensive now. Alright, there we go. Now we can get everyone. Back. Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? Nowhere? Oh. I'll have to let it go. They're gonna be somewhere else, but we got the hits and we scared them off. How many times we get her twice? She's dead. Over. That's 1. They sacked her. Unbelievable. It could be far over there, but I want to say that I think I saw him. There he is. We will use my power because I've already got what I need. Did he dead hard already? Sir? Why did you dead hard already? Now you're dead. And then there were 2, and I think the knee is dead on hook, and I can keep the accessional. Yeah, this is game. They can get the last gen. I think I can still win it. Nope, not dead. Darn. Oh, you dead hard again? You're not the brightest. It's okay though. I'm here to keep you down, sweetheart. Break that one. Go ahead and break this one. Did she have dead heart? She did. And now she's just dead. Easy. Oh no, you sprint burst? So did I. I'm gonna figure out where he's at. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hey Tyde, been a fan for a while now. Just wondering if you're going back to Resident Evil, watching your videos. Resident Evil Resistance is pretty dead on PC, unfortunately. It's thriving on PS4, but I play on PC, and since it's dead, it's hard for me to play it. So my will and want to play that there is just not a thing in terms of what we can. He's doing good hiding. I don't know where he hid. Could be here. Nope, not that one. Could be here. Nope, not that one. Or he could be there. That's a good spot. Do I need to? All right, fine, I will. Your bones, son. That was a very weird play, but okay. I didn't even have to break pellet. Anything to close that gap? Oh, dead heart. Oh, dead. Sorry, so you better have unbreakable, because that girl's gonna need to run. She already took off. So she was here. She did a brief run. Now whether or not... Oh! Found you. Oh, did you break that pallet? Oh, there goes your sprint burst. Oh, he had unbreakable! What a beast! Nurse is calling. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why I run these perks. Rumor has it. Now let me drop this bombshell on everybody. Rumor has it. There is a chance they're going to revive Resident Evil Resistance. And the rumor is that Neobards is doing RE-verse, which is that deathmatch style game. And you are fucking kidding me. It's that deathmatch style game, and they say if RE-verse does not take off like Resistance did technically, then they're going to put Neobards back on Resistance. Where did that blood go? That's his blood? I've always YouTubed for DBD. Now, whether I'm streaming, streams are a little different. That's because they make VODs and make videos. Looks like I'm finding Hatch. Such a fun, free escape for them. Hate this part of the game. I like when they introduce closing hatch. I don't like this whole can't catch them out of it. Oh, she got away. Free as day. She didn't deserve it, but whatever. 4%. Resistance actually never died. And no, it didn't die because of broken builds. The PC side died because there were some hackers, and the hackers would grief people all the time. It wasn't the builds, but like it was starting to get to the point where it was hard to decipher if someone's hacking or if they just had so many resources. It was hard. Have I seen the Monstrum beta? Yeah, I didn't like it. No, we do videos. All right, well, that wraps us up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I had a lot of fun. If you did, hit the like, comment, subscribe button, right? Apparently there's this thing with YouTube that's like memberships or sponsors. I don't even know like the difference between a membership and a sponsor, but like apparently you can support the channel through those means if you want. We put the bloopers of the last Tyde talk on stream. Additionally, I will be doing some... I wanted to try to do these at least twice a week on YouTube, but I think for the next week, we're going to do quite a few more because there's some topics I want to cover and talk about. So I will do my best to give you about an hour heads up. If you have not already and you want more notification than an hour, my Discord and my Twitter, which I will post in the super chat, I post all the time what I'm doing and what's up. So I'll go ahead right now, type in my Twitch, my Twitter, and that. So those three things should work, and just follow me on there if you want more heads up than just an hour or something. So I'll try to maybe, like, I feel bad if I do like, oh, this YouTube video will be ready and streaming in like a day. I hate that, but I also understand that some people like it. I don't know. Personally, if I see something up, I want to watch it, and then it's a whole different kind of world out there. But I hope you all had fun. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna head over to Twitch in a little while and stream some Neo 2. So if you want to come watch that, follow me on Twitch, and I'll go live later. I have a few things I need to do beforehand, and I do hope they pick up Resistance again as well. Anyways, take care, everybody. Have a lovely evening, and as always, good game. Unfortunately, that's when my video would be edited and cut out, but we have to wait a little bit because stream's behind, so it cuts off early. Peace out, yo.